in exchange business transactions. Businesses engage in exchange of various goods and services. Payment may be immediate or at a later date depending on the policy of the business. The main type of business transactions are cash and credit. Specific objectives. Explain the meaning of a business transaction. Distinguish between cash and credit transactions. Determine the effects of transactions on the balance sheet. Discuss causes of changes in capital. Determine the initial and final capital. Background. In home trade, we learned different terms of payment that include cash and credit terms. Cash term refers to payment for goods and services at the point of purchase, while credit term is payment at a future date. Introduction. When exchange of goods and services take place, payment may be affected immediately or after an agreed period of time. Such transaction affects the items of the balance sheet either by increasing or decreasing. Meaning of a business transaction. This is the exchange of goods and services for money considerations between a buyer and the seller. Types of business transaction. There are two types of business transactions: cash and credit. Cash transactions. This is when the payment for goods and services is done immediately after exchange. Payment can be done through cash, check, credit cards, postal order, money orders, and money transfer services such as M-Pesa, Zap, UCash, and EcoPesa, among others. Credit transactions. This is when payment for the goods and services is done at a specified later date. From the seller's point of view, it is a credit sale, whereas from the buyer's point of view, it is called a credit purchase. Effects of business transactions on the balance sheet. The balance sheet comprises of assets, liabilities, and capital. Whenever cash or credit transactions take place, they may affect assets, liabilities, or capital of a business. This therefore means balance sheet of a business and the transactions that take place are directly related. Effects of a single transaction in the balance sheet. Single transactions may affect items in the balance sheet in the following ways. It may increase an asset or a liability. It may decrease an asset and also a liability. It may increase one asset and decrease another asset. It may increase one liability and decrease another liability. The following is a balance sheet followed by transactions to illustrate the concept of effects of business transactions on the balance sheet. The following transactions took place. Took loan worth 50,000 Kenya shillings and deposited it in the bank. This transaction will affect bank loan and the bank. The effect is bank loan increases by 50,000 Kenya shillings. Cash at bank increases by 50,000 Kenya shillings. paid creditors 2,000 Kenya shillings. The effect is cash decreases by 2,000 Kenya shillings. Creditors decrease by 2,000 Kenya shillings. Bought goods worth 3,000 Kenya shillings by check. The effect is stock increases by 3,000 Kenya shillings. Cash at bank decreases by 3,000 Kenya shillings. Borrowed bank loan worth 20,000 Kenya shillings to offset part of the cooperative loan. The effect is bank loan increases by 20,000 Kenya shillings. Cooperative loan increases by 20,000 Kenya shillings. These effects can be summarized as follows. Bank loan is equal to 40,000 plus 50,000 plus 20,000, which is equal to 110,000. Bank is equal to 20,000 plus 50,000 minus 3,000, which is equal to 67,000. Creditors is equal to 30,000 minus 2,000, which is equal to 28,000. Cash is equal to 10,000 minus 2,000, which is equal to 8,000. Stock is equal to 30,000 plus 3,000, which is equal to 33,000. Cooperative loan is equal to 30,000 minus 20,000, which is equal to 10,000. Wambua Traders' balance sheet will be as follows after the transactions. Causes of changes in capital. Capital is the value of assets of the business that is contributed by the owner or owners of the business. It can be in form of liquid money or property that the owner or owners bring into the business at the beginning. The value of capital can increase or decrease over time in the course of business activities. Some transactions increase the capital while others reduce it. Additional investments. This refers to any addition of money or property into the business. This increases capital. Profit. Profit realized by the business increases capital. Drawings. This refers to money, goods or services withdrawn from the business for personal use. This reduces capital. Losses. Losses result when the cost of goods or services is higher than their sales, leading to decrease in capital. Initial and final capital of the business. Initial capital refers to owner's claim of the business at the beginning of a trading period. Final capital refers to the owner's claim at the end of the trading period after the adjustments. To determine initial capital of a business, the following procedure should be followed. Financial capital, that is FC. Add drawings, that is D. Less additional investment, that is I, or profit, P, is equal to initial capital, that is IC. In case of profit, IC is equal to FC plus D minus P minus I. In case of loss, IC is equal to FC plus D plus L minus I plus I. Procedure followed to determine final capital. Initial capital, add additional investment or profit, less drawings or loss gives us final capital. FC is equal to IC plus P plus I minus D. Procedure followed to determine final capital. Initial capital, add additional investment or profit, less drawings or loss gives us final capital. FC is equal to IC plus P plus I minus D. Business transactions. Class activity. State the effects of the following transactions on assets, liabilities, and capital by typing plus or negative or no effect in the boxes provided. Class activity. The following information relates to Njoroge Traders Limited for the period ended 31st December 2011. Capital as at 31st December 2011 was 1 million Kenya shillings. Sold goods worth 400,000 Kenya shillings for 600,000 Kenya shillings. Brought on salary of 70,000 Kenya shillings into the business. Took 10 loaves of bread, 20 kilograms of sugar, 5 packets of tea leaves amounting to 15,000 Kenya shillings. From the information given, type in the correct values. Class activity. Identify whether the following statements relating to capital are true or false by clicking the appropriate box. Quiz. Click on the box that corresponds to the correct statement. Fill in the missing letters.